Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Davis. I'm the technology coordinator here at Southern Columbia Area School District, and I'd like to give you a little presentation today of the educational technology at our school district. As the school year started, we've been very busy in the technology department, and I wanted to stop and take a few minutes to share with you some important items that you can share with your children and just to make you aware of the educational technology going on at the school district. There you can see my office and Chris and Jason who work with me. There's our contact information. The three of us work in both buildings, actually all three buildings, let me say, the elementary, the middle, and the high school, working with educational technology. We're in charge of making sure everything is working as far as technology. If you need to reach out to us, you can contact us. There's our information. And also at the bottom, there's our URL for our webpage, which a lot of this presentation information you'll be able to find on that page as well. The first thing I like to talk about with their educational program is all students in kindergarten through grade 12 are issued an SCASD email account. And if you're not sure of that account, you can always reach out and contact one of us in the tech office from that information in the previous slide. That email account will be with them their entire career at Southern Columbia. And the beginning of that email account is based on the year they are planning on graduating. For example, a senior this year would be graduating in 2023. So their email starts with 23, their first initial, last name at scasd.us. A kindergartner would be graduating in the year 2035. So their email address would be 35, first initial, last name at scasd.us. Now, there are a few cases where children have some similar names that we did have to change the email addresses around, but most of them are that method, year of graduation, first initial, last name at scasd.us. Also, all students have access to the Microsoft Office 365 platform. That is going to be with them and can be accessed on any device, iPad, MacBook, PC, Chromebook that has a connection to the internet. So that is Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Also, Microsoft Teams is included in that, and their OneDrive storage, which is online storage for any files they want to keep. And that'll be the platform that they use throughout their career here at Southern to do their research, do their papers. That will be their main connection, their main productivity software would be the Office 365 platform. What are the expectations for our students regarding technology? Well, as I always say to all students are expected to use SCASD technology resources for only educational use only. That's very important to understand. I emphasize that when I get a chance to talk to students. It should only be school related. So if your teacher says it's okay to look up that website, or if the teacher says it's okay to email that person, then it's okay. If the teacher says no, then it's not okay. If you wonder if it's okay or not, it's probably not okay. So again, anything we're using with technology at Southern needs to be educationally related to what's going on in your classes. Also, there is our school policy, our school board accepted approved policy for acceptable use of technology. If you go to that link, you can read through it, and that is the approved policy for the district. So one of the important things that we need to do, I want to discuss, is how do we protect students and their technology use? That's very important. One of the things to understand is that all schools are governed by something called CIPA, the Children's Internet Protection Act. And we need to follow the rules of that if we want to receive any federal funding. And what the main rule of that is that we must provide content filtering for students in our school. And we do that with a product called Lightspeed. And this product will monitor the student activity. It'll flag them for terms related to profanity, self-harm. It'll look for stuff that is not education related. So that is our main tool that we use, is called Lightspeed, to monitor the students when they're on the internet. We also do monitor all student email for educational content, anything for profanity or self-harm as well. Ways that parents and guardians can help us out in protecting students regarding technology. We encourage, the tech office encourages the parents and guardians Take a look at your students' email. Ask them what their account is, view the email with them, just so you can see what's going on in school and they can show you or talk about what's going on. The second point there is a very important one. Every parent that's listed in our student information system, Sapphire, gets an email early Sunday evening, or excuse me, early Sunday morning with the weekly update of what their children's internet activity has been here at school. So again, that's very, very important. And if you're not receiving these emails, please reach out to me at my email address there, and we'll make sure that you are getting those emails. But we provide an email weekly on early Sunday mornings of what your children have done on the internet the previous week at school. And the last thing I want to talk about is talk to your child about being a good digital citizen. There's so much activity involving the world now with technology. It's important to take a few minutes to talk to them about what it means to be a good digital citizen, to stay out of places on technology that you know are not good, to make good choices, because we all need to be better digital citizens. And the better digital citizens we are, the better education process we'll have. So unfortunately, there are times when we do have to deal with inappropriate technology behavior. So I want to lay those out, or how we handle that. Any self-harm items that are flagged in email or internet content, we immediately contact a guidance department or a principal, and we get that child in to talk to one of those people if it's self-harm. Also, anything that's non-school related on email or internet content that is flagged, if it's inappropriate, we immediately will contact that student via email or in person. And then also the technology office will send an email out to the appropriate principal, or if the teachers are needed, to let them know about what the inappropriate technology behavior was. In some cases in the past, we've had repeat offenders of students not being able to follow the rules. We do limit their internet access, but we hope not to do that. So continue on, there are just a few brief videos that I wanted to mention. There is a parent guardian YouTube video out there I created a couple years ago at that YouTube link regarding how to get into your child's email account along with Microsoft Teams. Please keep in mind that that is 2 to 3 years old. It's the same process, just looks a little bit different because we have a different website now. But also keep in mind, I believe I refer to kindergartners at using an account of example of 2032 instead of the current kindergartners for the 22-23 school year are now starting with 2035. So their accounts would start with 35. So just please keep that in mind to know what the prospective graduation date is of your child, and that's what their account should start with. And then also I do have a link down there that's also helps families with just any information on remote learning. Let's talk about our one-to-one program in the school this year. So all students in grades 1st through 12th are issued a laptop. It's a Dell Latitude laptop. We have a few models out there that the students are using. They also get one charger and one case. And the students are expected to care for that school-issued laptop. They are only borrowing it. It's the school's property, and the students need to take care of that. We try to issue the students the same laptop for 3 to 4 years of the life cycle of the laptop, so they know that that is their responsibility. The better care they take care of it, the better that laptop will be the following year. Unfortunately, if there is damage, we do assess fees to repair those laptops that we'll talk about coming up. There is a link to our guidelines right there that you can also go and see the guidelines in more detail. And then we do also offer in the tech office a bring your own device program for students that have their own device. They can fill out a form on our website, give us some information, and we'll allow them to get on our network. One thing to keep in mind, it's important for parents to understand that those own devices will still be content filtered just as if it was a device, a school-owned device. Let's talk about that quickly. Let's talk about that one-to-one laptop repair fee schedule. That schedule was one of the check boxes you had to check off in the beginning of the school year in your Sapphire parent portal, but I just want to talk about it. The repair fee is based on the current lunch status that is in our student information system currently. So we charge for broken screens, or called compression cracks, missing keys, damaged cases, and there's also a lot of other items that if we have to repair, there is a charge. The fee is based on your lunch status. As I said earlier, the first time is $15. If it happens a second time, it is $30 and then $30 after that. If you're regular lunch status, the first time is $25, and anything after that is $50 the second, third, or fourth. Damage beyond repair, if the computer is damaged that we can't repair, it's $100, and if it's a lost laptop, it is $200. So a little bit more information on the one-to-one laptop program. The student that is assigned that laptop should be the only one using it. It shouldn't be another brother or sister. It shouldn't be another aunt or uncle or a parent. It should only be the student that was issued that laptop using that school assigned laptops. So no family members or no other students should be on that. The school assigned laptops cannot have personal software on them. The school assigned laptops cannot have printers assigned to them. And the one thing that's important is these devices do work on home wireless. We cannot troubleshoot home wireless issues. We know they work. We've tested them. They predominantly work, but once in a while we'll get a call that it doesn't work at home. Unfortunately, there's so many variables involved. My office cannot troubleshoot home wireless issues. Little self-help on the one-to-one program. One thing we try to tell the students is a clean restart of the school assigned laptop will fix a lot of problems. We have a lot of kids come to us during the day. All we usually have to do is restart that laptop, and that takes care of a lot of the issues. Also, try to tell students not to have a large number of tabs open in their web browser. That slows down the computer. The less tabs open, the faster the computer is going to be working. We also let them know that if one web browser doesn't work, try another web browser. If it doesn't work in Chrome, try an Edge. And it's also, once the school day is done, to shut that down or restart the school issued laptop at the end of the school day. Also, please make sure that your child charges their school assigned laptop at night. If that laptop is charged all night, that will hold a laptop the entire day. One thing we do not want to see happening is chargers coming into school. We find that when the students put their chargers in their laptop cases, that sometimes causes breaks. So again, please stress to your children, charge that laptop overnight, and that will be good to go the entire day, the next day in school. Kind of moving on to another part, I want to talk about the Sapphire community portal. That's really, really important for you as a parent guardian, as for your child. That's where you can go in and access all the information about your students' grades, see any other and their updates about your student. If you don't have a user ID or password, contact the middle school, high school, or elementary office, and they will hook you up. Unfortunately, the tech office, we cannot get you set up for the Sapphire community portal. As I mentioned, there are grades, assignments, school forms, schedules. Everything that's important is going to be in that Sapphire community portal for both the parent and the student. The next thing I want to talk about is new for the 22-23 school year. Very excited about. It's called our ClassLink dashboard. And what it is, it's a launch pad for some of our most common curriculum programs that students can go to one spot. All those programs can be listed, as I have some of our popular programs listed there, and a student can access them quickly with less clicks and less logons and not having to remember different passwords. So we're very excited about that. We just started this year. There have been some ups and downs with it, but we're continuing to grow it. Right now, you see some of the popular programs we have listed right there. We're going to look to continue those curricular programs as the school year goes on and into the future. Another item I wanted to add was it's important, I believe, to talk to your students is about the importance of cybersecurity. If you're familiar with what's going on in the world, cybersecurity is a huge, huge issue what's going on, and it's affecting, believe it or not, schools. The cyber criminals are coming after schools. It's one of the very most important things myself and my guys in my office we have to look at daily is our cybersecurity and protecting our information in the school and our staff. It's a growing problem. We've actually put in some new tools this year to help combat cybersecurity. But one of the things I wanted to bring up is sometimes the students try on their phones to get on some things that may be not secure. We will see that and we'll let the students know about that, because the cybersecurity is very, very important that we keep our children safe, keep our staff safe, and keep our information safe from the cyber criminals of the world. An exciting part of this presentation I want to share with you guys is our website, social media platforms to stay informed. Last year, we opened up a new system called ThrillShare through a company called Apogee to develop our website. And I believe if you look at our website, we have great information on there, some great pictures and great stories of what's happening in our classrooms. It's really, really fun to look at that to see what's happening. I encourage you, if you haven't done it yet, to go and download the SCASD mobile app from your smartphone store. If you just search Southern Columbia Area School District, you'll find that mobile app and you can keep up to date on everything that's going on. I also encourage you to follow us on our social media platforms of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, again, to see what's going on. That last bullet there is our automatic messaging system for text, voice, and email. It's very, very important. If you don't think you're receiving those correctly, a text, voice, or an email message, please let myself or one of the offices know so we can get your correct information. If you change a cell phone number, if you change an email address, we'd like to make sure that's current updated because that's really important on how we communicate out our important updates. A couple frequently asked questions I just wanted to start ending my presentation up with. I want to remind you again that unfortunately a technology office cannot reset any Sapphire student and parent passwords. You must contact your child's school office, whether it's the middle school, high school, or elementary. Another common question we get, students enrolled in a one-to-one program, we do only issue one charger just because we're limited on the chargers we have. And one thing this year, since we're heading back to a little bit more normal school year, we are not offering hotspots for students as a school district. And then I'm going to wrap up with this. We are a Dell school. We purchase Dell devices. We do offer a Dell family discount. There's a link there, and that link can also be found on our technology webpage. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this or got a little information out about the Southern Columbia Area School District Tech Office and what we're doing and how we're trying to work with your children. Again, if you have any questions, always please feel free to reach out with that contact information I shared with you in the beginning. And thank you. I look forward to having a great school year with your students and have a safe school year. Thank you.